First, we want to identify for this company that we're talking about, what are our product's natural advantages? We'll define that in a second here. The second step is we need to figure out how we can match the best channels to fit those advantages. And lastly, we want to use AI to maximize our positioning tests across those channels. So let's dive into it, starting with the first step here, identifying our product's natural advantages. Well, before we define that, let's talk about the landscape of channels. There's actually a finite number of power law channels out there, meaning that these channels are repeatable, scalable, cost efficient to invest in, and we can count on them time and time again to drive continued growth, right? So if we can put all the channel categories on a list here, that means that we can actually limit the scope of what we're testing. But the reality is that when we're leading growth, when we're trying to drive revenue for a company, our main goal is not to come in here and just cross off the list. Like, I don't get hired to go through this entirety of the list and cross everything off and say, I tested it, it didn't work, this is not going to work for us. No, instead, my goal is to figure out how to be strategic and figure out which of the channels are the best fit for my product. And that's where natural advantages come in. You have a product, and it naturally is going to have some kind of distribution advantages. The two key criteria and the two factors that I've found to be most important and advantageous are the following. The first is some kind of virality advantage. This usually refers to product or social virality. So this answers the question of how likely are you to go viral? And something goes viral when it can hit an N+1 audience, meaning that the product is, for instance, used by multiple people. It's easily shared socially on social platforms or with other people in conversations and threads and emails. So that's virality potential. The second category is whether or not the product is something people easily understand and are actively shopping for and will buy. This refers to your conversion likelihood, right? If somebody knows what they want and they understand what it is that you're offering, you're much more likely to get them to buy it versus offering something that they don't understand. So the intersection of your virality potential and your conversion potential is where I believe, and I've learned over time, this gives you your best unfair advantage when it comes to user acquisition and distribution more broadly. If we break that down a bit further, I found that products generally have three types of natural advantages, discrete productized experiences. The first one is product sharing. The second is social sharing, and the third is existing demand. I'll define each of these for you.